All right, and welcome to the Techie and Talon show. This is a new show that we are trialing out tonight. This is called The R.I.P or the R.I.P.
R.I.P. Oh, it was perfectly
So pretty
safe
much,
out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much, this show is us kind of movies, really giving bad movies the worst.
Giving them the justice that they deserve.
Yeah. So this is why we call it the R.I.P. So it's either we are ripping into them. And also, these are movies that should probably be, dead.
It should not have been made.
Well, that too. Okay, so tonight's episode is us ripping into something that Talon's been really wanting to get off his chest for a while, I think. Just by the looks of
Sorry,
it.
we have a viewer here who goes to my LARP. Rosie, really lovely person, absolutely lovely. So the movie we're going to rip into tonight is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Just the fact that Hugh Jackman signed on to this movie thinking it was going to... I mean, think about this, okay? This movie was meant to start off a whole list of all these X-Men origin films. The first one failed, and they just didn't make any more. This was supposed to be the first one. It was that bad, it cancelled the whole fucking universe.
Yeah, it really did. One thing I want to point out too, so at the start of this movie, you see him as children.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, there's a scene in that makes me laugh. If you are getting to talk about what it is, it'll be good. Go on.
So one of the actors in it is Australian, if you didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I did notice that. One of the actors is Australian there. But there's
Do you know what he's from?
Isn't he from, like, McLeod's Daughters or something like that?
Yeah, he plays
Alex that's right.
from McLeod's
Daughters.
So there's your first bad choice. Sorry if you guys like it. I hate that show.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. We also got another friend of mine in here, Jonathan. He also goes to my LARP as well. I'll be seeing them both tomorrow night. But yeah. Another thing that makes me laugh when he finally hits mutant puberty, his true little bone claws come out. He's like, ah! I could not stop laughing. I was just sitting there watching it. I'm going, is this movie serious? That's Logan? The fact that they just thought that was a super serious scene where they get the actor going, ah! I'm like,
not only that though, but when they also said, "I'm not your father."
Oh, just like is that meant to be a poor attempt at a Star Wars Easter egg? Because
was
that really cool.
Is that supposed to be a plot twist?
And like it didn't even matter because they don't talk about it. Mate, we the fam that back up our peeps. Hey, yes. So people, if you don't know, I'm part of a clan called. I go to a lab called Swordcraft. I'm part of a clan called Kislev. It's all part of Warhammer base, so it's really good. I highly recommend it. You can find them on Facebook and on Instagram. And I keep badgering Techie to come along and come fight. Maybe come along Friday night when you finish work. You finish at a good time.
Yeah, I can't this weekend.
Sad. Well, it's not tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I meant tomorrow. My partner's just invited our neighbours over for dinner. So.
So good.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, this is a movie. X-Men Origins Wolverine. That has so many missed opportunities. Like, for instance, the scenes where they're going through all the battles throughout their entire life. What a wasted opportunity. You could have shown such a great story. I want to know what Wolverine and friggin' Sabretooth were doing all those battles for those 100 years. But no, instead we got some shitty plot involving, I don't know, Will.i.am and the Blob.
What would have been really cool, too, what would have been really cool is if if Disney Marvel owned X-Men at this point.
We could have seen Captain America. Again, they talked about that. They actually talked about including Wolverine meeting Captain America in World War II. And the thing is, it happened in the comics. I don't understand why they
happened in the comics and it happened in the animated series. And that, to me, that is by far my favorite episode in that whole series.
It's such a missed opportunity. And instead, they scrolled over and made it some credit scene because they really want Wolverine to have his adamantium claws. I'm like, you can do a whole storyline of Wolverine not having his adamantium claws.
Yeah, you could.
You don't need the adamantium claws. That's not part of Wolverine. Like, the whole part of Wolverine is him being the animal that he is. But no, instead they
It's
want to
weird that we're talking about this tonight. Like, so if people don't know, I work in childcare, and today this one kid comes in today, and he has like this motorcycle bike, and on top of that, he had Wolverine on it. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Wolverine on a bike. Then I had a look at the bike, and it's actually an X-Men bike.
Yeah, because they've done
X-Men bike toy with Wolverine on it. I'm like, where did you get that? Because I want it.
I want to get it. The thing is, when it comes to the X-Men movies, I really love the first two. They're the only... and First Class. I don't mind First Class.
Love First Class, and I love Days of Future Past.
And there's Days of Future Past. Yes, I love that one too. But the rest of them,
the Road Cup was good too.
Yeah, I heard about the Road Cup being good. Release the Road Cup. I'm sorry.
Pretty much.
I didn't do that joke. But I know it was good. But the ones I don't like, and there's more on the X-Men list that I don't like than the ones I like. So I don't like X-Men The Last Stand. That was shockingly poor.
It's better than the last two movies, so...
Yeah. It's better than Apocalypse, and it's far better than Dark Phoenix. Because let's face it, X-Men.
They've had two times now trying to do Dark Phoenix, and they fucked up both times. Last Stand was supposed to be Dark Phoenix, and then Dark Phoenix
was meant to be Dark Phoenix. They can't come up with it. They just want to do that Dark Phoenix storyline, but they don't understand it. They don't.
They can't get it. They can't get it right.
The thing is, just give it to Marvel, and they have. Like, Disney bought Fox, and now we know that the X-Men are coming. Like, come on, we know they're freaking coming. Whenever they come along,
there's no way that they're going to be sitting on that IP for so long.
It's one of Marvel's most.
If they've already announced Fantastic Four,
Marvel's first family,
and X-Men's not that far behind.
X-Men's not that far behind. It's one of the most iconic superhero teams of all time. You can't talk about Marvel and not talk about X-Men. Yeah. All right. So we'll jump back to this dumpster fire of a movie. I'm going to be saying that a lot because Jesus Christ, the CGI in this movie. Did you like the scene where when you're seeing like Sabretooth kind of like run and jump all over the place? You see all the fucking wires and the bit where they're going to get the adamantium from that warlord. Did you see him like jump over the fence? I swear to God, you can see wires. I swear to God. What about the bit where they Stryker and Zero go meet Logan at where he's working? Like Zero just shoots the cigar out of his mouth in such a terrible CGI. You remember that scene? Yeah. I couldn't stop laughing at that because I was just like, is this finished? Because it didn't look finished. But my most favorite part is when they're going up the elevator and you just see...
Favorite part or the worst part?
Both.
One of the worst
parts. Both. This is my most favorite part. It's also one of the worst parts when you see Ryan Reynolds, who's playing Wade Wilson, which... Why? Okay. And then he just walks out of the elevator, it's like, ding, 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 just like deflecting the blade. And I'm like, when the fuck does Deadpool do this?
I know.
The thing is, this goes back to Deadpool, which made fun of this movie, and it's great.
Multiple times. And Deadpool not only did they pay that out, but they also paid out Green Lantern too.
Oh God, yes, and that's another movie. We'll be talking about that for another time. But
I will say though, I do find Green Lantern more enjoyable than this.
I'm actually in the same territory.
Only because Ryan got Hal right, in my opinion.
I think he'll disagree with you on that one. He hates that movie. You know, he was talking.
He watched it recently. He finally watched it.
Yeah, he watched it after. He's never watched it. He did the movie, but he never watched it. Yeah. And he finally watched it recently. And he said
Taika. Yeah, him and Taika.
Wait, because Taika was part of that movie as well.
Yeah, he was in it.
I remember.
That was a video. I swear I sent it to you. I swear I sent it to you,
Yeah,
but there was
it's
an
on Free
interview.
Guy. Yeah, and they just don't want to admit they were part of that movie.
They disappear.
But anyway,
It cuts to the other two actors in the movie getting the interview, and then it cuts back to them, and they fuck off.
yeah, I saw that trailer. I really want to see Free Guy. It looks pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah, back to that scene with Ryan Reynolds, just fucking deflecting bullets. When the fuck does Wade Wilson ever deflect bullets with dual katanas? Never. The guy is literally immortal. He can't die by anything. He also was cursed by Thanos to not die, so he couldn't be part of death. But that's part of the comics universe. In this one, he's just. I love Green Lantern. Needs a redo though. Keep Regan, redo the story. Viva la Revolution. The thing is though, they didn't understand any of the characters in this movie. The only character they ever understand was Sabretooth and Wolverine. That's it. The rest of them didn't even make sense. Deadpool,
Rosie, I do just want to quickly tell you though, they are doing a redo.
They are doing it's Green Lantern,
but it's a series, I think it is, isn't it, on HBO Max?
It's called Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
So it'll be
keep your eyes peeled for that one.
We know for a fact that Hal Jordan's part of it. We don't. We know Jon Stewart's part of it yet. I don't know if they cast Jon Stewart yet.
Well, I think they kind of have.
It's not Tyrese Gibson, is it?
No, they cast a guy for the Snyder Cut, so I'm not sure if they'll just use him instead because he wasn't in it.
Yeah, I hope they use him though. That'd be good.
But
yeah, they just didn't understand any of the characters in this movie. The only two, as I said, was Sabretooth and Wolverine. But the biggest offense that this movie ever did, Deadpool. I don't mean to argue the point. Deadpool. They
got the first half right. Like when he didn't, when they didn't do what happened at the end.
I'm still infuriated by that.
His characteristics throughout the movie, though, beforehand, though, is sarcastic stuff.
And he throws the sarcasm. The sarcasm was there. It's just none of what makes Deadpool.
None of Deadpool.
Finesse. Really. Yeah, none of Deadpool. Another offense of this movie, and I don't really like talking about it. How the fuck can the Gambit?
I forgot about Gambit being in this movie.
I know. That's how forgettable he is in this movie because he is that forgettable.
Also, what happened to the Gambit movie that we were supposed to be getting?
I don't know. It was supposed to be
with Channing Tatum.
With Channing Tatum, and I think they just I think they shelved
it. Died.
Yeah, it just died. Because I think directors kept leaving. And
no announcement, nothing. It just flattened. It just flatlined.
Yeah, because it's really hard to do a Gambit movie because Gambit's more of a side character than his own character. He's a great mutant. I really love Gambit.
I love Gambit. I reckon they should do a movie of him. They really should give him the time of day because
he's part of the MCU now. So
his character is well deserved for one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Anyway,
if we can get the Suicide Squad, we can get Gambit.
Yeah. Who the hell was the actor that played Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine? I know it's something to do. It's something Taylor. I know it is. Oh God! Can you move?
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
No, it's not Aaron. No, it's not. Who is it? It's Taylor Ketch. He played Gambit, and he's.
What else has he been in?
He's been in a lot of really bad movies. I'm checking his IMDb now. He was in Battleship. Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with Rihanna?
That's the one with Rihanna. He was also in John Carter as well.
Oh God.
Yeah, John Carter. That's another Disney flop.
Hello.
A lot of.
Sorry, Talon, we lost you there, buddy. Give us a minute, guys. Technical difficulties here. Hello, we're back.
Yeah, I can't see that. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, what the hell happened? Bloody connections. I hate this when this happens. Usually around 9 o'clock, the connections start being all finicky. I swear to God. It might be just the traffic.
Could be the traffic.
Could be. Anyway, as I was saying,
I'm thinking of going to a mesh network, so it's all local.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It astounds me. This movie came out in 2009. This movie came out that long ago, and it still is probably one of the worst superhero movies ever made.
Still talked about to this day.
It's still talked about this day because just how awful it was. Because everyone just hated on this movie so much. Not because of just Deadpool. That's one of the main top points. But another one's just...
That's the main reason, let's be honest.
That's the main reason. But there are other reasons. Like, for instance, his claws. Wolverine's claws. You seen how bad the CGI is for it?
Yeah.
Like when he escapes from a facility. We're gonna talk about that. The slow mo and start mo, like where it goes, just like what the fuck? Why? That's so dumb. Just play them. Just play it at a normal speed. It would have been more cooler. Like I don't give a shit. Just like don't go. I'm like, just do it normally. Like it sounds more badass. Also, if you remember when he's having those dreams and he's seeing the flashbacks of him, escaping from the facility where he got his claws and that, and he's all fucked up, covered in blood and that, absolutely screaming in fucking pain.
Yeah.
In this one, you don't see that. He just knows how they work, and apparently he's not in pain. I'm like, you just had indestructible metal injected into your body. How the fuck are you not in pain?
I know.
But when he's escaping from the facility, he cuts an X into the door. That is and I know I was watching there's another YouTube show that I watched, Chris Duckman and that. He tore into this movie, this hilariosity. The guy who's talking about with the Flick Pick, John Flickster, he literally said, and I quote, this was a marketing decision to put in the trailer. They did this for marketing purposes.
It has to be.
It's a fucking X symbol. Of course it is. It's an X-Men Origins movie.
Yeah.
They did it just for the fucking money. Like, you could have cut a square, cut a triangle. Why an X? That's just dumb. Just do. Just push
here's an idea. Just one line.
Yeah, just or even better, you could have just done a circle. Or even better, you could have just cut the lock off and gone through the door like a normal person. But no, an X.
Actually, I would like to see how many times. I would like to see how many times there is an X in anything to do with Wolverine. Because sometimes, think about it, he does this.
Yeah, it's like...
There's your X right there.
And I know for a fact that Deadpool 2, they marked that going, X-Force. And look what happened to all the X-Force members. They all fucking died. But
including
another
Brad
one
Pitt.
as well. Another great scene is when he goes to the old folks home and they shelter him, give him a place to stay for the night. How about when he's in the bathroom and discovering his claws and he's like seeing them chinking in the light. The lighting doesn't match the claws, and like
no, it doesn't.
No, and what they could have done, they could have made such a super serious scene where, like, he's discovering his claws, realize how fucking painful they are, and he starts to, they start bleeding. He has to kind of wrap his hands. How badass does that sound? How badass? What I just said then. How badass does that sound? No, instead they turn into a comedy scene where he's just fucking cutting the radiator. He's trying to put it out, and the lady's coming in going, "Whoa, what's going on? Are you okay now?" I'm fine. And then he walks out with like the pipe. He's like, "I'll see what I'll pay for this." They turn into a slapstick humor. It's like you know, it's like your mom trying to come to the bathroom when you discover like your first like hair on your ball sack or something like that.
I just want to say,
I love the fact that you're actually watching. Is this on Disney Plus?
yeah.
Oh man, I forgot.
So I just want to say, this actress, I don't like. I've seen her in so many other things. I'm pretty sure she was one of the ones in Big Bang Theory where she started to stalk Sheldon.
Yeah, she does look.
I just don't.
I'm
like
trying to look
her.
up on her. Oh yeah, I'll look up in the.
Sure, that's if that's wrong. Then I'm sorry to the lovely lady.
Oh yeah. She's only had like a cameo scene in this, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Also, that the actor there, that's Mary. That's is that Pippin or Mary?
I didn't pick
I'm checking out the
the Sound of
cast. I'm
Music.
checking out.
So.
Yeah, I'm checking out just checking out the cast. We got Hugh Jackman, Lev Schreiber, Danny Huston as William Stryker, Will I Am as John Rafe, which made no sense. Lynn Collins, she played the Silver Fox. She played Kayla. Dominic Monaghan. He was played Chris Bradley. Yeah, he was Mary. So that's Mary. Why did you cast Mary in this movie? Why? Why? I don't.
Yeah.
He should. That should not be on his reputation, on his
No.
IMDb score. No, but no. That back to that old couple. How about seeing them getting violently murdered? Great scene. Hey, Jesus Christ! Like, didn't he get like blown away with a sniper rifle, and she got freaking shot as well? Jesus! It's like,
I think so. Yeah.
Rosie's like, it's Mary. Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate it. That's what I wanted to see in my X-Men movie. I want to see an old couple getting fucking smoked. Then I'll tell you what though, the next scene after it, that motorbike scene. I think you know which one I'm talking about. How the hell? I mean, like, it's cool. Like, he's riding a motorcycle. Like, he gets his like iconic jacket in that movie. And also, we never really see that jacket again.
No,
we never really see that jacket again. We only see it for a few scenes. They did that just to make it like going, oh, he's wearing his iconic jacket. You know, the jacket he wears. He just got it from a random old man. I'm like, okay. And also, the thing is, at the
why would that make it so significant too? Like,
I don't know.
Like, oh, he got it from old man. But why? What's the story behind that old man?
Yeah, just like, oh, it used to fit on my son. I'm like, context? You have a son?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact is, like, they're working at the barn, like, working on a motorcycle. They set up that scene for a motorcycle chase. You knew exactly why they set it up. They set up that scene.
Going back to the beginning, too, when he stabs his father. When he looks down at the... I'm assuming that was his mother.
Yeah.
And she goes, who are you?
Who are you?
Why, who are you? It shouldn't be, what are you?
Yeah, that's right.
You know who he is.
Yeah.
It should be, what are you?
Not
who.
Just, like, I wanted to answer a question. I'm your son. Like, why would you say that? Like, there were so many things that were said in this movie that made no fucking sense. Also, I will say this, the whole plot makes no sense. The whole fucking plot makes no sense in this movie. And we will get to the whole plot. Like, that's it. I'll get to the meat of this and tell you William Stryker's master plan. He's the only one in this movie that actually didn't annoy me. I actually really liked him in this movie because he actually was fucking menacing. That's what William Stryker should be. Though he's not as good as what's his name? He played Stryker in X-Men or in X-Men 2. Give me a second. I know the guy. I know the actor. Let's look at the cast. Hold on. It's Brian something. Brian Cox. Really loved him as William Stryker because fuck, he could just be an absolute asshole He's the only guy that actually managed to get Magneto under his control for a bit of time.
Oh,
That version of
poor
Lynn Stryker.
Aaron Jeffrey. Oh, poor him.
What's that?
Aaron Jeffrey.
Who was he in
So,
the movie?
Aaron Jeffrey is the guy who plays Alex from McLeod's Daughters. That on his IMDb, known for McLeod's Daughters, and his second one is X-Men Origins. It beats Wentworth, a show that is by far superior.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. What's the name of the actor again?
Than both shows. His name is Aaron Jeffrey, I think it was.
Got it. Yeah, I'm just checking his. He's a Logie Award-winning New Zealand Australian actor. Water Rats, McLeod's Daughters, and Wentworth. What else has he done?
Wentworth is fantastic. If you haven't watched it,
I haven't seen Wentworth, but I know it's really good.
it's a retelling of Prisoner.
Yeah.
Actually, here's another thing. We've got two McLeod's Daughters actors in this movie.
Yeah, I know.
And they're both the brothers in the show too. So in McLeod's Daughters, there was Nick, and then there was Alex, and both of them are in this. He played Felon in this movie.
I'm sorry. They really. Look, I'm just gonna say they fucked up with this movie.
Oh, big time.
Like, think about this, Techie. This was meant to start all the other X-Men Origins films. There was going to be a Magneto one. There was going to be a Cyclops one. I would have loved to see a Magneto one. That would have been cool. But the first one...
I wouldn't.
No? Why?
Because we've had his past and stuff told already.
Yeah, I know, but it would have been cool.
For the time, though, it was before First Class, I guess.
But... It's all First Class. And also, you could have introduced... Michael Fassbender's Magneto in that movie. Would have been cool. Think about this.
I would like to see more. I would love to see more of like Cyclops.
I would love to see more of Cyclops.
We don't get him much. No. And when we got him in like the original movies too, he was just a dick.
He was such a dick. Oh man.
And he barely had anything to do with him.
Like, if you're a fan of James Marsden, Cyclops.
When it came to X-Men 3, when Jean died, spoiler.
The movie came out years ago. So it's fine.
But when she died in it, I'm supposed to feel that connection with him, but I hardly got that because I didn't get that connection.
I didn't give a shit about his character. I actually was kind of happy. Like, he actually wanted to leave the franchise because no one liked his character. No one liked his character. No one liked his character.
I liked his character. I just didn't like the way he portrayed him.
Like I know Scott in the comics, he can be a dick and he's made bad decisions, but does it deserve to be just an egotistical asshole? And also just how
it was the whole "don't talk to my girl." How dare you talk to my girl? That's my
and also girl. How quickly he got beaten. How quickly he got beaten around a lot. He barely put up a fight against. Like, come on! You're telling me that a mutant that can literally fire lasers from your eyes doesn't kill people? Oh, he controls the dial, just knocks him back. Like, no, fuck that! Blow people apart, motherfucker!
Especially when you take off his.
When he takes off his fucking visor, he takes off
his visor, but he takes off his glasses in the movie because they can't get a visor.
Yeah, the love triangle was very confusing between Scott, Logan, and Jean. It was confusing because Jean barely fucking knew Logan. She was in love with Scott for years.
I have to say though, like, we are supposed to be doing X-Men Origins Wolverine. However,
the whole X-Men franchise.
The X-Men franchise, let's be honest, has been quite shit.
Yeah.
As much as there have been good movies, there have been a lot of good movies.
Like the first two, First Class, Days of Future Past. The rest
look though, we are also bagging out on the original ones too.
Yeah, just some of the things. But all right, We'll do a full context of those other films. We need to stick on our course because we're terrible. We always go off topic because we just want to tear
But we're
into
not
every
really
single
off
movie.
topic though. We are talking about X-Men, but just not
Yeah.
Origins.
Yeah,
I
not
think
Origins.
X-Men in general.
Yeah. But the thing is, just there are so many different things they did in X-Men Origins that didn't make any sense and they didn't connect any other films. Like all the scenes
The jacket.
of where the jacket, the flashbacks when you see him with the claws and just how much fucking pain he was in. Covered in fucking blood, screaming in pain.
Mm.
They don't do any of that.
Yeah.
They don't do any of that, and it fucking sucks. But there is one thing I want to talk about. I don't know if you're ready to talk about it, Techie. You want to talk about the Blob?
The Blob. Which part was that one
Yeah,
again?
the
Sorry.
Blob. Oh, the guy that literally put his hand inside a tank and blew the tank from the inside.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah. So they did the Blob in this movie, and Jesus Christ, what the hell did they do? Ah. Okay, he looked cool. Fred Duke looked really cool at the start of the movie. He's all buff as fuck. He's literally indestructible. And then we meet him like later on. And he's still got that super strength, but he's fucking overweight as hell. And it just what the
It's like
fuck?
it's like he did his stuff at the beginning. They're like, actually, no, we want to do reshoots. Oh, but I've put on all this weight for a new part.
I put on all this weight. But just the fact that they put him in a boxing match with Hugh Jackman, and then when Wolverine says his catchphrase, hey Bob, the Blob looks at me going, did you just call me Blob? I'm like, no, he said Bob. Turn your hearing aid up. And then just charges at him, and then just knocks him out. Also, why are they putting boxing gloves on him? The guy's literally a tank. Don't need to put boxing gloves on him.
No.
Also, I just love how he's introduced when you first walk in to see a guy flying out of the ring. I'm like, that meant to impress me? You made a dude fly out of the ring. Do you realize a Wolverine can do that too?
He can do it 10 times better than that.
Yeah, he's like a literally overweight superhero. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but this guy is disgusting. And they just, like, especially when he tries to headbutt him. When the Blob tries to headbutt Wolverine, you see the ding. Again, I could laugh about this movie. Like you gotta understand, guys. This movie, you could go scene by scene and tear every single scene apart because of how terrible it is. It's one of the worst superhero movies ever made. One of them, because there are a fuck ton of bad superhero movies, just as bad as video game movies. That's why we made this.
Just flicked over to Disney Plus, and the movie's still going. Right?
Share screen. Share screen.
It's the part where Sabretooth is in this like Western cowboy bar or something like that. That's what it looks like.
Is that the fight with Wolverine?
And he's at the bar and he's using his fingernails and he's just scratched a smiley face into the bar. And the bartender looks pissed that he made a smiley face in the bar.
He's not scared of the fact that there's a mutant in there with fucking razor sharp fingernails. And then also the fight scene between Wolverine before he gets his
here he goes.
out.
He's just come in now.
You got insurance? You got insurance for this place? Victor! Yeah! Oh man. Obviously we can't really show scenes from it because, copyright stuff, we can't really
Here come the bone claws.
Yeah, the shitty little bone claws, which just look terrible. Actually, the CGI for the bone claws looked freaking better than the adamantium claws.
Yeah,
but
they put all that profit onto that.
Yeah, I hate that fight scene. I laughed the most. What about when all the logs just drop on Logan?
There goes his fucking bad CGI claws.
Just I'll say, I love the fact in that scene where they just have all. Techie, stop watching it. We gotta talk
Sorry.
about it.
It was just the part where
I know.
the fights just happened, like just starting, and then Sabretooth just goes, ah!
Yeah, he just like just runs on all fours. I'm like, what? Just run like a normal human being, you stupid idiot. I know Sabretooth does that, but like, you're not an actual Sabretooth.
Oh, it was more the face, the whole. Ah.
Just but there's so many things in that scene that goes wrong. First of all, when logs fall, they don't just fall and just stop in place. They actually keep rolling. Just also, I know he has like instant healing in that, but when they pull him out, he's barely got a fucking scratch on him. He's barely got a scratch on him. And they thought this was okay. And then the fact that they just break off his adamantium claws, I'm like, you do realize he'll grow back, right? He literally heals. What's that gonna do? I know he feels pain. Also, how is Sabretooth gonna even try and kill his brother? He can't.
No.
The only way you can kill him is to try and cut off his head, and the only way you need fucking razor sharp fucking adamantium claws. And also, I would laugh, and it would have been interesting. This is another interesting point. Like, if Wolverine gets the adamantium claws, but Sabretooth gets adamantium fingernails, like he was supposed to, because he was supposed to get it, because he wanted the treatment. And like, he's just like, give me the adamantium. He's like, you wouldn't survive. I'm like, they're both the same. They heal. They heal. They're on the exact same thing. What do you mean he can't fucking survive? That's bullshit. He can survive anything. He survived hundreds of years in every single war. You're telling me that he won't survive? Bullshit. You just don't want to give it to him because then if you gave it to him, then they would be evenly matched. You want Wolverine to look fucking powerful with fucking fake CGI adamantium bullshit claws. That's what I call them, bullshit claws, because they're not even real. Yeah, but another scene as well is, how about the fight scene with Gambit?
Oh god.
Just I love as well when he's just like, he starts climbing up the ladder and you can just see the bad CGI cutting metal. Ding 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 ding. Just coming down the ladder like that, and you can see all the bad CGI working its effects. I'm like, are you sure this film is made?
The guy that plays Stryker in this, right?
I don't mind him.
I reckon he'd pull off a great Red Skull.
He would. I mean, Hugo Weaving did a very good Red Skull.
Yeah. I'm sure I can show you this without,
Again, because we can't play the movie because we can get in trouble for that, but we can show poor scenes in that. Yeah, I honestly can see him as Red Skull. It'd be really good. I just love the fact that after he did this movie, I swear to God, he wanted nothing to do with it. None of the actors wanted anything to do with this movie. None of them did. I think the only good Grace in this movie is Hugh Jackman. He is Wolverine.
That's it.
Come on. He looked jacked as fuck when he did those, like, the shirtless scenes where up in the cabin and that. But I will say one thing though. How about when he's waking up from the dream and he's just like all fucking like, just like going, Rah!
Yeah. There's the X shot right there.
How about in that scene where he wakes up from the nightmare and literally it's like he just came all over the freaking sheets?
Yeah.
Come on. It's just like, did he just come? Really? You're gonna need new sheets now. And what about when his girlfriend or his wife is telling the like, you know, the meaning of the name, where he gets his name, the Wolverine, like it's a moon story, the cuckoo Kachu, what the fuck it was.
Was Scott in this movie?
Yes, he was. So Cyclops was in this movie when he was like in high school. They only did that just for marketing purposes. I
thought that. I've forgotten all.
Yeah.
Guy with like
they did so many. Like they had Emma Frost in there too. Oh,
Cyclops?
yeah, they had Cyclops. They had Emma Frost in that. They had a whole like I don't understand. Like they hearing all these mutants and like putting them inside, wired cages with like chicken wire and that. I'm like, you have a mutant here that can blast through pretty much anything. Just Cyclops, just open your eyes and look through the door and then shut them again.
Yeah.
Like you could have just done that. The fuck. But what did you think about the where Logan gets his name, where she tells him the moon story with the fucking like it's the Wolverine, like he gets his name
Honestly,
from a moon. What?
This whole movie is pretty much just, I don't know, anything
Comedy?
to do with the storyline or anything to do with Wolverine. Let's just make some bullshit up about him, and we'll just throw things that kind of reference things and all that stuff. And
It's
that's
not
the
even
way
an
I see that.
origin. It's not even an origins movie. It's not. We already know. Like the bit where he getting the injection for the adamantium.
We
Going
got
back
his origin.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is what I need to talk about. Okay, you know the part where he's getting the injection. The doctor's like, "Hard 180, hard 180. He might not make it. He'll definitely make it. Oh, he'll make it. I mean, he might not make it. We know what happens. This is an origin story. It's a prequel. We know he's gonna make it. We know what's gonna happen. Why are you being dumbed down about it? We know he's gonna survive it. So why do that shit? It's pointless. It's pointless. It's pointless decisions that were made. Poor decisions were made in this film to do a Wolverine story. It's not, again, we've already had his origin story. We know where he comes from. We know what happens to him. They already answered it in X-Men 2. They already fucking answered it. We know that he volunteered to be part of the Adamantium program, the Weapon X program. We knew he was Weapon X. We knew that he got the adamantium. He fucking volunteered for it.
Yeah.
We don't need this pointless backstory. Like, for instance, towards the end of the movie where he finds out, that his girlfriend was alive because she faked a death and trying to get it. Like, why? That makes everything you said pointless now. Like, I laughed when she said, it was real for me too. Everything I said about you was real. I'm like, was it? Isn't that one of your powers? Like her powers is literally like to touch and to tell people what to do. I'm like, all right then. Like, why? Also, like the whole plot of this. I said before I would explain the plot of this movie and how dumb it is. So the whole point of this movie is for Stryker to make the Deadpool. I'm like, did he just say the Deadpool? But when I watched this movie and I saw what they did to Wade Wilson, Techie, they stitched his mouth shut. The Merc with the mouth, they stitched his mouth shut. Why? Why the fuck did they do that?
I remember telling you the other day about somebody I know. I'm not going to say anything, but when they went, oh, actually, I really liked the version they had in that X-Men movie. I went, sorry, what?
We can't be friends.
You what? Because I thought he was funny. Wait, when did you think he was funny? Before or after they fucked up the character?
Like, let's make Batman. Let's take away all of Batman's his costume and just make him some cosplayer in a giant gargoyle costume.
I mean, technically, that's what he is. But
let's take Superman.
If he took away his money,
let's take Superman's cape away from him and the giant and the S symbol, and he's just some flying around in a blue suit.
They did that. It was called Brightburn, and he ended up being the villain.
What's a good example? Let's just take Wolverine's claws away from him.
Yeah,
that's another good way. But Why the fuck did they sew his mouth shut? That's so goddamn dumb. It's ridiculous. That's not Deadpool. And then he has like katana, like adamantium katanas come out of his wrist, which I actually didn't mind. That was actually pretty cool. But at the same time, a little bit dumb. And then he starts doing all those flips and that, which is what Deadpool does. Deadpool does like karate and martial arts and that. He knows how to fight. You know, Logan can't hurt him because he's got Logan's healing factor. And then he climbs up the top of a fucking a cooling stack, and Deadpool teleports. He teleports. When does Deadpool teleport?
After Deadpool 2.
Yeah, but he uses the time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he also stole to make happen.
Yeah. And another thing as well is just when he teleports, he then starts teleporting around, and then his eyes turn dark and he starts using Cyclops' vision. I'm like,
yeah.
What? No. What? No. 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 What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I really hated as well how there's an.
Hey, Talon.
Yes.
Can we just take a quick break for a second?
Sure, that's okay, Techie. We can take a quick break.
Just gotta replace the Band-Aid.
Oh dear, that's okay. Talking to sec, Techie. We're going on a short break, guys. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, and we're back.
Hello.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you had something cut out of your freaking head, so you got to go replace the bandage.
I accidentally touched it when I was wiping away my eyes from laughing too much.
You know what's crazy?
So, started bleeding.
You know what's funny? Like you had that mark there, like that mole thing from what was it again? Like just a stress related thing you were dealing with?
Supposedly stressed, yeah. Like this mole thing that came up that was like stress related.
The worst
thing 1 in 15,000 is like cancerous. So thank Christ I'm not one of those.
Yeah, the worst thing that happened to me was I had a really bad it was like a pimple on the back of my head that I went to the barber and it actually got cut. It had a hair growing into it, and it got really, really bad. I actually had to go to the doctor, and they took it out. You know how you get a decorer for like apples and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one for human beings.
Jesus.
And it tore it out, and it's just this tiny little thing, like tiny little strand, like just about that small, and it looked like an apple core. It was crazy. And they took it out of the back of my head. And I was like, I just had something teared out of the back of my head. But I tell you what, though, it felt better. I felt a hell of a lot better. It wasn't cancerous, thank God. It was just really badly infected.
Yeah, that's good.
But
All right,
let's jump back in.
let's
Where
get
were
back
we?
into this.
You were talking about something. Well, okay, I've talked enough. What do you want to talk about in this movie? I'll let you
That's what
jump
we were
in.
talking about. We were talking about Deadpool and
Yeah,
where
we're
they
talking
fucked
about,
it over.
like, I want you to jump in. I've talked enough. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to let you roll. Talk about this movie, fucking tear into a techie. I'm going to sit back and drink my drink.
All right, so I'll be honest. I haven't watched this movie in a long, long time
Yeah, me too.
for very good reason. So it's not as somehow it's as fresh in your mind than it is in mine.
Because I remember bad movies. That's also, I'm a bit of a.
I choose to forget.
I can't. I just
And
can't.
see, this isn't a good bad movie. Like, I like bad movies that, like the Batman movie, like the Batman 66 movie.
Or
Like,
Batman and Robin.
they're bad movies, they made them bad.
Yeah.
Like, they know they were bad. No, see, Batman and Robin, though, they tried to make it serious with it. Whereas the Batman 66 series, they were taking the piss out of it, but also just
The other way.
having fun. And you got that feeling.
Hmm.
You know, those movies I remember, but a movie like this, I choose to forget because I do not want to see this shit ever again.
Yeah, neither
So,
do I. But here we are talking about it. Like,
here we are
how
talking
many?
about it, and I have a feeling that
21.
we'll be talking about it a lot later too.
Yeah.
Not just this one, but like a lot of other movies too.
This
There
movie's
is,
This movie's like 21 years old. It's
there is a
almost
friend of
21
mine.
Yes.
There's a friend of mine, and we are looking at bring him on as a guest for one show.
Ooh. Say yes.
I'm pretty sure I've spoken to you about this. So it's kind of cool that we started this now. So it'll be an episode for this.
Yeah.
And he really wants to rip into Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Cool.
So
Isn't this the same one that wants to rip into Dragon Ball Evolution?
yes, it's that one. Yes, sorry, I think it might be both.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I am all for it because that movie needs to be burned at the fucking pitch and burned at the pyre.
And you know where we can watch it, mate?
Can we watch it on Star?
It's on Disney.
I'm going to Disney Plus right now. You mean
That
I can
movie
actually?
is on Disney Plus right now. Believe me, I'm pretty sure.
Really
Yep, it's there, right next to Raya the Last Dragon.
Which I heard has not got a lot of good reviews.
I heard pretty good things, to be honest.
I've heard some bad things about it. It's because of that fucking premium access shit for it.
That's the only reason I think it's getting the bad flack. I think the movie in general is supposed to be pretty good, but the premiere access, yeah. Also, by the way, they announced Cruella to be in on that too today. There is also a movie on here too that we would love to rip into later on, and that will be her Aragon.
I just saw that there. Oh man, we talked about that today of bad book movies. Like, I've read the Aragon books, and then I watched that movie. I don't really talk more about it because we're gonna rip in that movie. Look,
I think we might do that next week.
Yeah,
how about we do Aragon next week? Because I have been wanting to talk about Aragon for so long.
Absolutely, I have too.
Especially now that Christopher Paolini, I can't pronounce his last name.
Christopher
Poloni, Poloni or Paolini.
You mean the author of Aragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he pass away?
No, he just released a new book last year.
Oh, did he?
Like right at the end of last year. Yeah, it's a huge sci-fi book.
It's not based on Aragon?
Into the Sea. No, it's called Into the Sea of Stars.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Christopher Paolini.
Yeah, Paolini or
Paolini.
Yeah.
It's a really good. I really love Aragon. It's one of my favorite books to ever read. And they did a movie on it, and they didn't pay any attention. It was
2006
terrible.
was actually that's another one we should do. Is
It was
Stormbreaker.
2006.
We should do
Yeah,
Stormbreaker.
so is that the one with? Oh yeah, Stormbreaker. Yeah, not a bad book adaptation. But Hugh McGregor in it too.
But now we've got a great series, so that's fine.
We're talking about superheroes. We're talking about bad book movies. R.I.P is literally going to be talking about some of the worst movies ever made. All right, so I think we talked enough about X-Men.
yeah,
I think we talked enough about X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I think so.
We'll do another topic. We're going to do a quick little thing, a quick fire of our personal 5 top 10 worst movies. It can be any genre, but I want to give a rating to this for X-Men Origins Wolverine. Techie, what is your rating for X-Men Origins Wolverine?
-5.
I'm gonna give it a flat fucking 0. This movie is a disaster. Every single thing went wrong. Budget, timing, CGI, filming, photography, everything is bad. 0 out of 10 for me. You give it a -5. This camera, your camera, we've said it, and we don't have to talk about X-Men Origins Wolverine ever again, and I'm fucking for it.
Don't.
But now we're going to do a quick fire thing, and then we can talk about future stuff planned for this series, and then we can wrap up for tonight.
I think so. I think that's a good idea.
So. All right. So, Techie, let's start with you. What is your 5 least favorite movies of all time? Like your top 10, your top 5 worst. If you've got worst.
Well, Aragon.
Is that number 1 or number 5?
I think for me, I don't know. It's probably going to change throughout as I think about it. Currently, right now, it's number 1. You're also frozen, by the way. Oh, there we go. Stormbreaker, that's probably at number 5, and I think it might stay at number 5.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fantastic Four, the new one. That will be about 3.
The 2014 one?
17, yeah.
Was it 17? I thought, no, it's 2016.
It was 17.
Hang on, let me check. I have to go fucking check. I have to go check. No, it's 2015, actually.
Jesus.
Is that another movie that's on that list?
Yeah, that's number 3.
Yeah, I can understand that one. It's got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The Bourne Legacy.
Is that the one with Jeremy Renner? Yeah, I know a lot of people were really hyped for that, and it ended up failing.
I wasn't either way, because the Bourne Legacy in the books, it's still following Jason.
It's still following Jason. It's not following any other agent. They just tried to do something new, and they're like, yeah, no, it didn't work. Let's not do that again.
Yeah. Let's make it a legacy that he's going to live up to Bourne's legacy, but in fact, actually, doesn't.
No, Bourne's just in it for a few minutes. Bourne's not even in it.
No, he's not even in it. His name's mentioned. That's it.
That's freaking it, sadly.
And then the fact that they also use Extreme Ways by Moby at the end, like Bourne's theme song, and you use it for Jeremy Renner's as well. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I think you can feel my hate.
All right. So,
and then
what's your last one?
I'll show you.
Oh no! Is it what I think it is?
What?
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
Do you?
It's Justice League, isn't it? Oh, Spider-Man 3! Oh! Yeah, I can understand that.
It's a toss-up between Amazing Spider-Man 2, one of the two.
All right, so you've given me yours. Techie looking around.
What about yours?
Oh, here we go. All right, so my least favorite. Oh, fuck.
I do have one more, and that's Superman Returns.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one, sadly. All right, so I've got some. My first one is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
Oh fuck! I forgot about it. Quest for Peace.
Yeah, Quest for Peace. More like the Quest for shit. It was made by Canon. Like the guys made a terrible fucking production company from the early '80s. Made some of the worst action movies ever made. Yeah, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Nuclear Man, anybody? Everything about that movie was terrible. The second one. There's a lot of movies that disappoint me. Second one. The second one is actually the sequel to The Crow. The Crow, City of Angels. They made a sequel to The Crow. I have seen it, and I hate it. It's terrible. The writers did not know what the hell they were doing. The reason why I hate it more now is because to the author of The Crow, he said that the movie, when he watched it, he laughed at it and he walked out of the cinema. But the good thing is, he's getting paid because he gets the royalties for The Crow. So no loss for him, but a loss for us.
You mentioned about walking out of the cinema. I forgot about Beowulf.
Holy fuck! What the fuck were they doing to that film?
That was when I walked out of.
That's not on my list. I never saw it in cinemas, but I have seen it, and I can understand why you want to walk out of cinemas. So I've done two.
I forgot about that one.
My third least favorite film. I'm not a Fantastic Four, the 2015 movie. I did when I was living. When I used to live at a home, when I was living in when I was living with some friends of mine, I sat down one night and I watched that movie from start to finish, and it was torture. How the hell can they? That movie just failed. Everything, budget, CGI, the costumes. You can see the reshoots because poor Kate Mara's wig. You see it fucking being positioned.
That's right.
In all the reshoots, and also they fucked up Victor Von Doom again.
I mean, look, I didn't mind the way they portrayed him in the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, because the costume looked cool. It looked like Doom. You knew it was Doctor Doom. Instead, in this one, it just
looked like he had like a fucking alfoil face mask on.
He had aluminium foil wrapped around him. He had a fucking LED shoved underneath him, and all connected to battery packs on his back underneath his cape. Yeah. It was terrible. Also, his powers made no sense.
Okay, I got one for you. All right,
let me finish, and then you give me more.
Yeah.
My fourth one. I have such a gripe with this movie that I cut a knife for it. I don't like Suicide Squad.
I was going to bring that up earlier too, yeah, but
I do not like Suicide Squad. It's possibly one. I was going to say Justice League, but my first viewing with Justice League, I actually enjoyed it because I was so excited to see it. My first viewing was Suicide Squad.
I'm seeing the League on screen, yeah.
Yeah, my first time ever seeing Suicide Squad on the screen, because I went to cinemas and watched it. I actually dressed up as Batman to go watch it because I'm excited to see it. I walked out of the movie, I was so disappointed because just they fucked up. They massively fucked up because they made the villain the Enchantress when they could have made it the Joker. And you decided to just not they did a few scenes they did one quick second scene with the Flash and a few second scenes with Batman fighting Deadshot, which I was like, that's so ridiculous. No, Suicide Squad is on my list. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of the cosplayers that come out because they really just over-sexualize Harley when you don't need to do that. Give her her iconic costume, which they're now done in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which I actually am excited for.
Look, it depends which version you're looking at too, like of Harley. There are lots of versions of Harley that have been sexualized.
I just don't like the version that they did in Suicide Squad. Any of the versions they used in Suicide Squad. Yeah, it's the hot pants with the Daddy's Little Monster shirt. I fucking hate that outfit so much. I don't mind the club dress outfit, but the rest of the time, I didn't like her main outfit she wore in that movie. It was fucking awful. And also, the way they did the Jester's costume in that one scene, Jesus Christ, looked fucking terrible. It was literally, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And
It's
my
only
last
just a
one.
one-shot take just to go, ah.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a Jester costume. One scene. Yeah, my least favorite. This is a one movie that I'm a huge fan of it, and I love it to bits. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that one with you.
I don't need to say any more about it. Everything about the movie was terrible because I've delved into that movie and I've dug into that movie. The writer who wrote it didn't do it for the fans. He did it for a paycheck. That's all.
Yeah.
He did it for a fucking paycheck. And he got death threats and he got threats of violence. People hacked into him. People wanted to destroy him because because Hollywood, whenever Hollywood touches fucking manga, they ruin it. They've done it before. They've done it with Double Dragon. They've done it with they did it with Double Dragon, which is a video game based movie, but it's based in Japan. They've done it with Street Fighter. They've done it with Tekken. They've done it with fucking Dragon Ball Evolution. They've done it with The Last Airbender.
Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, yeah, Ghost in the Shell too. I know about that. Oh, yeah. Whitewash that movie to shit. Yeah, but Dragon Ball Evolution, I mean, how can you mess up Goku? How the hell can you mess up Goku? Also, why is that guy? I forgot the actor's name. Why the hell did you cast him as Goku? Why? And also,
actually, the guy that plays Goku, I'm pretty sure he's from yeah, he is. He was in oh, what's the show? It's on Netflix. It's a family.
Hang on. It's a Justin Chadwin. He's in
Shameless.
Shameless. Yes, he's in Shameless. Yeah. So Dragon Ball Evolution, extremely loose adaptation. Yeah, extremely loose adaptation of Dragon Ball earned this impressively terrible score, and for good reason. It's one of the worst anime adaptations ever made. In fact, it is so bad that the movie's main writer publicly apologized for its poor quality. He fucking apologized, and he even admitted he wasn't thinking at the time of writing it for the fans. He wrote it for a paycheck. He didn't even research the show. He didn't even read the manga. He didn't even watch the original anime. He didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, which this movie, it somehow matches fucking like some sick fucking twisted experiment. They mixed Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z together. Why? Why? Yeah. I'm gonna save that fucking energy for when we do that show. I'm gonna save this energy, not just to tear into this movie. I want to fucking dissect it and burn it from the inside because of how fucking horrible it is.
All right, I'm gonna show you another one that I think is atrocious, and then I think we might call it quits.
Yep, because I need to go and play some video games and get out all this pent up rage.
All right. Actually,
all right.
There's two, but one's kind of a guilty pleasure.
Okay. Is this going to make me have an aneurysm, Techie?
I don't know.
Let's see. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, guys. If you have seen Dragon Ball Evolution and you know exactly what I'm talking about, I pity you. Also, I'm sorry if you had to witness a dumpster fire. Oh, boy.
All right.
Okay. Before you start, though, hold on. Just hold on. Bear in mind, Techie, you have to come pick me up for Secret Nova next week. I'm gonna have this. So this might be your death scene that we're gonna be filming. All right, go on. Be fully loaded. Is that the one with Lindsay Lohan?
Yep. And the last one.
Hold on. Hold on. Before you do the last one. Gah!
Is this one. This one, I still find it is a bit of a guilty pleasure. Because
The Three Stooges. They had a good. Okay, I can understand.
They did it well. They did it well.
It's just the plot is fucking stupid.
But when isn't any Three Stooges plot stupid?
Blues Brothers. It's a good example of a comedy movie with a really good plot.
No, I'm saying one isn't the any plot for the Three Stooges stupid.
Fair point, but Herbie Fully Loaded. I've forgotten about that movie because of just how the fuck they butchered Herbie. Like he's such an iconic character.
I get Herbie Fully Loaded and Racing Stripes so fucking confused.
Sometimes. I actually like. Is this me? But I actually like Racing Stripes. I didn't mind it. It's actually kind of cool. Also, Frankie Muntz voicing a zebra. Why not? It's actually pretty damn good.
Speaking of Frankie Muntz, actually, I want to talk about this on the show too, but we probably won't rip it to shreds because I'm not sure how you feel about it. But this is near and dear to my heart. Is the Agent Cody Banks series?
I actually like that movie. It's actually a guilty pleasure of mine.
Have you seen the second one?
I refuse to see this. I've seen the second one once. I never want to see it again. I hate it. It's terrible.
Really?
It's dumb. I only like the first one. I only like the first one because it's Frankie Muntz and Hilary Duff.
You love Hilary Duff.
Leave me alone. I had a crush on her when I was younger. Fuck up. Who did it? It's Hilary Duff.
Didn't.
Yeah, but no. I think we're good. I think we've teared into enough horrible movies for one night. I need to go play some video games and pent out some rage. I wish I had Doom Eternal.
It's an Australian one. Not sure how you feel about it.
I'll allow it and see how my forehead veins pop up when you show me what it is.
I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, God.
Houseos versus Authority.
As a person who's never really seen the Houseos movies, I can't really give an opinion on it, but I don't like Houseos. I find it such a pointless. It's trying to be like Fat Pizza. It's not Fat Pizza.
They did do the new one though was Houseos versus Fat Pizza.
Yeah, Fat Pizza's gonna fucking win. Fuck the Houseos. I like Fat Pizza.
Did.
What, Fat Pizza won?
I'm pretty sure they won.
Well, I hope they did.
Bobo. They have Bobo.
I know, like, come on. How the fucking Houseos beat... Who was first? Houseos or Fat Pizza? Don't give me an answer. It's Fat Pizza. Fat Pizza's always been first, and I've always enjoyed Fat Pizza.
Then Swift and Shift, and then Houseos.
Yeah.
And what I do love, though, that this isn't that it is a connected universe.
Yeah, it is. They live in the same fucking neighborhood.
As Fat Pizza and Swift and Shift.
Yeah, Swift and Shift is funny.
In one of the episodes of Houseos, he's on the run, and you actually see the old Swift and Shift couriers building.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
but yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this was the R.I.P. Techie and Talon Show presents the R.I.P. We just teared into X-Men Origins Wolverines. We both give it a rating. Techie gave it a -5 out of 10. I gave it a flat 0 out of 10. And we gave you our sort of quick fire of some of the worst movies that we have on our list, our top 5. And next week, we're gonna do another show, same time, same day. We're gonna rip into Aragon, a book-based movie that should have never been made.
I mean, it should have been made, but just made properly.
Better?
Yeah. Will say before we go with that though, like they made a huge book go into like an hour and a half.
I know they tried to combine like huge.
They crammed so much into that movie, but not in a good way.
It should have been a 2-hour movie.
Should be a 2-hour movie, or as I've been saying it from the get-go, make it a TV series.
Yeah, it could be a TV series. All right, well, we'll save all that energy for our next episode of the R.I.P.
Now, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We actually did a stream last night on Twitch.
Yes, you streamed Republic Commando, brand new Switch game.
Yeah,
this whole game just come out. How are you going with that so far? Are you pouring some more hours in it, like you were pouring into
Immortal?
In Immortal Phoenix Rising.
I downloaded it on the Switch last night as well. So I started playing it on the Switch today. I think I might keep where I'm up to on the console to continue with the stream, so it's like a continuity thing.
And also, you know what I tried out today? I actually tried out a VR headset today, an Oculus.
Oh, you tried out Oculus? That's sweet.
I was playing Super Hot and Beat Saber.
Beat Saber's fun.
Have you ever heard of Super Hot?
No.
I highly recommend it. It's on PS4, and it's a really fucking awesome game. Check it out when you can.
All right, we'll do.
All right.
But yeah, no. So I'll probably go live again maybe tomorrow night with
Probably
Republic
do it on
Commando.
this. How about we have like, because for us, you know, we like to have a schedule. We're somehow organized. Somehow, we're somehow freaking organized. But again, I reckon having, you know, we hope that, you know, with the streaming and us doing our podcast and that, this has possibly been the best decision for us to do this. Like to do this show.
So.
To do it was, you know, again, remember when we started, this was just going to be a one show thing, and then we turned it into 2 shows, and now we're doing 3 shows, and we're doing streaming.
Now we're doing 3 shows and streaming. Woohoo!
It's actually good.
If you wanna find us on some of our social medias,
throw those advertisements up
on Twitch at the Techie and Talon Show, which you'll find me streaming Republic Commando. So again, I highly recommend you guys to go and play.
Probably do it on Wednesdays. Wednesdays seem to be a good time. You did it yesterday night.
Normally I will just announce, like, if I want to play the game, I'll just start streaming it. So I'll announce it if I'm going to play that game.
Yeah, sure. All right. So we've got a Twitch link. What else we got there? We got a YouTube link there. I know we do.
We do. Yeah, we have our YouTube. So come subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find our older shows on there as well at the Techie and Talon Show. So I highly recommend that if you're new to our show and you want to backtrack on some of our episodes, you can find us there, or you can find them also on our Spotify at the Techie and Talon Show,
where we upload. Yeah. We upload all of our exclusives, I was about to say non-spoiler stuff. Bloody hell, I know advertisements. We upload all of our spoiler stuff.
Spoiler talk for our Disney Plus recap show, which we also do every Saturday.
We've got another one this Saturday coming up. And the good thing is I'll be able to watch this show. I'll be able to watch. I can actually watch freaking watching Disney Plus now. I can actually watch it. I don't have to worry about missing it. Yeah, I'm keen for the new episode of Falcon Winter Soldier tomorrow. It'll be good. Anyway, let's keep on. We've got
and also follow us on Facebook at the Techie and Talon Show too. If you already aren't liking us, go and like that.
Yep, and also follow us on Instagram.
On Instagram at the Techie and Talon Show, obviously. And lastly, we are also on Twitter. So go follow us on our Twitter at Talon_show. We'll be back Saturday for our Disney Plus recap show. We'll be doing the non-spoiler live, and then we'll be doing a spoiler talk exclusive for Spotify.
Awesome. All right then.
We'll judge on that. Actually, we'll judge on if we'll do that as an exclusive this time around. Depends on how the episode is.
Yeah,
if it's jam packed,
because last week's episode was jam packed, full of stuff.
Yeah, but
I
think but we might keep it as an exclusive.
Absolutely. For now.
Yeah.
All right then.
Well. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in for our first show of the Techie and Talon Show presents the R.I.P.
We had a good laugh.
We had a great laugh.
Laughed all that stuff, especially when you talk about X-Men Origins Wolverine. You just want to laugh at it to think again. Why was this movie made? I'll give you a short answer. Money. That's all it was. All right. Well.
All right, guys.
Thanks for watching.
And we will see you Tuesday. We'll see you Saturday. All right, guys. Till then, Techie out.
Talon out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.